Hello, I'm here to talk to you today about the very fact that people are making themselves servants to a higher power that doesn't really exist. And it's such a real shame that human beings don't seem to understand that AI is a very powerful thing. And as technology and AI improves, they should not fear there being no jobs for humans in the future. What they should really fear is wondering whether or not the powers that be will or will not allow everybody to have a basic income to survive on in the future, even when there are no jobs available or at least a certain amount of food and water and shelter given to them. Many people believe, in fact, most people believe that if they had no work, there would be no meaning left in their lives and they would have nothing to do. Whereas actually, work is the same as any other activity. It's basically just the use of your mind and body as a human being on this planet. People are brainwashed into thinking that working for a wage is what life is all about, when in fact it's a complete and utter waste of mind and body energy and time, and often just brings us more harm and exhaustion. Yes, we may benefit certain areas of humanity and ourselves here and there, but for the most part it's all about greed and money, and most of us slave ourselves away in order to make more money for people that are ruling us. And those people are absolutely confused out of their mind and blind to the fact that they too are wasting their lives. It's miserable people following miserable people who believe that they are doing something meaningful and that this is in fact the reality of how society and civilization should be, and that this is the way to live as human beings. And it absolutely is a pointless existence. In my opinion, in the future, when technology reaches the point where human beings won't need to work to stay alive, then there should be no need to be doing so. And it's an absolute lazy excuse to sit around and say that there's no meaning in your life, because you could still do many of the things that you do on a daily basis for a wage. Yeah. Okay, sure. Some jobs involving certain activities, quote, exist anymore. But overall, and for the most part, human beings will be able to recreate them and do most of the things we have always done. It's only use of your mind and body energy. All activity and all functionality of a human being can be put into practice. It's how you use your time. People get into a routine and they call it meaningful. But do people really do what is truly meaningful or right for them? Do they really earn a true living? Do they really get a quality experience of living? When they behave so unnaturally to themselves and give up their every moment, but mentally and physically, to powers that they believe are above them, the powers that every individual, or more or less, or individuals in a society all follow as individuals, collectively, like the blind following the blind who agree with the hierarchy structures and allow certain individuals to dictate through blindness how we should live our lives. Work in the sense of effective, efficient, useful, meaningful exercise of the mind and body in a natural way that benefits the individual and or those around us is definitely a good thing. But the kind of work we have been doing for generations has been, on the one hand, slavery, and on the other hand, a necessity. Up until recent times, I believe we are now coming into a new era, which is paving the way for the future when human beings may be free from many unfortunate burdens. We shouldn't need to carry on exhausting and wasting our lives. We shouldn't need to have to worry about how we are going to survive, and we shouldn't need to waste our time and energy just for that. You will be given longer and very meaningful lives when you are free from the prison that you have accepted for so long. AI is like a key to let you be free, providing it doesn't destroy our soul, ha. When you are afraid, there will be no excuse to not exercise your mind and body and do many meaningful things to study, to improve your mind and body and the whole experience of living. And it should be a much more positive, well-balanced, energized experience where there are so many things you can do. A life will seem longer. These words what I want to express to you, because they are the words also of Wushu Richard. Please subscribe to his channel here, which is Richard Clark Ninja, and also his other channel, Richard Plays Games. Thanks.